welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aphrodite and this is Aphrodite's house. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit differently. With Valentine's Day right around the corner, I thought I would share one of the recipes that I've been working on for an oil that is meant to enhance your time with your lover or the person you're going to be spending time with. The purpose of the oil is to enhance the connection that you already share with this individual. It's not meant to break anyone's free will. It's not meant to make someone feel something they're not feeling. It's more or less just to vamp up those emotions between you two, kind of heighten them up, give you guys something to be truly excited about this Valentine's Day. Now, this is what I personally use. It's always a good time when I make these kinds of oils because I have myself and my partner in mind. I do not create these oils solely for the feminine within the relationship. I do it for the masculine as well. It gives them something to get excited about, something to really just, I find, get revved up to. Without overdoing it, you know what I mean? Without needing to be overly sexy or overly, you know what I mean? Like you're like just that I'm doing too much. It's the perfect amount of subtlety, I think. So we're gonna walk through this together, and the first thing that I do whenever I do any sort of oil is I ask my own spirit team who I've worked with to cultivate this recipe. First of all, I write the recipe down. And then I do a reading to see what the general outcome of the oil will be. It will look like when I create this oil, what the general outcome will be for the oil itself once it's created and when I've used it, tried it, and everything else. Can you please give me a general idea of what it's going to look like when I use it? Okay. We've got the Nine of Cups in Pisces, which is actually perfect for me because I am a Pisces. Lots of heavy emotions flowing, feeling emotionally satisfied. I'm here for this. I only needed the one confirmation card, but on the bottom we have the Ace of Wands, which, I mean, wands, if you know, you know. So that's my green light. That's my go ahead. That's the energy that's going to go into the general, you know what I mean, consensus, the outcome. So I start with this empty roller bottle. Cleanse it your way. All of my tools have previously been cleansed, so when I buy anything in bulk, I cleanse everything at once, and then I keep all my tools near my... This is just a station where I work. I have many spaces like this around. This is not my altar, but I keep it near whoever I worked with, just to kind of get the overall blessings. So, the first thing I'm going to start with is this Jezebel root that I have. And it's used for many things, but in this instance, we're using it for attraction. And the reason why I say in this instance is because whenever you use an herb, this is how I do things. You always want to thank it for its job and you want to program it. So one herb, one piece of anything can have multiple properties, which is why you need to program it for that specific property. In this instance, we're just going to be using this for attraction. The love that you and your partner share, or the, you know, whatever it may be, whatever you've got going on, it already exists. This is just to bring forth more of that attraction. And I'm going to use the whole piece. I am doing this so that she can fit into the bottle. But obviously remembering to thank all of your herbs individually for their service to you. Yes. But yes, And then what I'm going to do, there's a specific order and I'm trying to follow it properly. We're going to go in with jasmine. So jasmine is obviously for the feminine aspect of this. Love. It also represents moon and water, which is perfect because the Pisces came out and it was the Nine of Cups. So I actually am not someone who likes to stuff all of my herbs in at one time. I'm very loving, very nurturing. This is an oil that you're going to use over and over again. You're going to combine it with your favorite perfumes. You know, you want these things to be done with love and with care. And then I do have some Cleo May oil. This is just to entice your lover. It's got a very, let me see if I can describe the smell. It's very florally, but it reminds me of like your grandma's bathroom florally, which is why I always say pair it with your favorite perfume. But what I'm going to do is I have a dropper here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to see if this will focus right. Okay, and into the dropper it goes. Into the bottle it goes, I should say. You don't need much. You really do not. I made sure that it touched most of the herbs going in. That's what you that's what I want anyway. That's just kind of, by the way that I'm doing this, keep in mind this is strictly for me, this one in particular. So the dibbling and dabbling and setting the dropper down, you know, this is my own personal cologne that I'll be wearing, or my own personal oil I'll be wearing, so I'm not too pressed. The next one, which I'm actually going to put in the lid and then use the dropper so that I'm not mixing it like that, is actually Lily of the Valley. It's another flower, florally scent, very, I'd say it's really sort of light in terms of a floral scent. But the Lily of the Valley is for more of the duality aspect of it, as it is a masculine and I believe air. But it does help to calm the mind, help with happiness, which is what you want, because even though you're going in with the idea of love on the brain and enhancing what you already have, you still want to make sure that you are level-headed. You still want to make sure that you are very present, very grounded with that masculine. Yeah. So, come to me cologne. Anyone who knows anything about any type of anything knows what this is all about. The scent is very strong. Okay? So do not use a lot. I'm actually not measuring here. I'm going by eye. My guides usually tell me when enough is enough. Okay, that was enough. So this is what we've got currently. She's looking good. And then we've got Love Cologne, Del Amor, which I love. Again, another super strong one, but the color is absolutely stunning, that pink. And again, my guides usually just tell me when to stop. Okay, cool. Stop. Beautiful. The pinky kind of color, don't expect it to stay. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. And last but not least, this is what's going to top off the rest of the bottle, is, hold on, let me just shake it up. This is a rose oil that I made with fresh roses, or like fresh dried roses from my local apothecary. if you don't understand the name by now and which deity I worked with to cultivate this, I don't know what to tell you. She was very happy. I sit this near her altar, and I'm sure she just loves when I incorporate it into everything I do, so that everyone can get a little piece of action, you know. She's very much about you getting out and having fun and having a good time. This is not, I want to make someone fall in love with me and stay forever. This is definitely, I want to enhance the fun, the feeling of connecting on that level, the feeling of intimacy, you know. So as I'm doing this, I am using the dropper, but I'm doing it carefully so that I do get pieces of that rose, those roses in here. I didn't just want a straight pour because I didn't think I would get enough of the rose fragments. If you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, those rose fragments, which I love. And I'm getting rose oil all over my tarot card, which is perfectly fine. This is what I live for. It's a hazard when you keep all your materials so close together when doing any sort of herbal work, spell work, ritual work. I hope everyone's doing well. Seriously. You want to leave enough room to put on the roller. My rollers are somewhere else right now, and I don't really feel like getting up to grab them. So what I'm actually going to do is get the oil up off this card. And if you didn't notice this card earlier, I'm going to show it to you again. These are so cool. I think I've done a reading or two on this channel with those cards, but yeah. So for now, I'm just going to stick the lid on because my roller is somewhere else, and that's fine. This is what it looks like mixture. I'm going to see if I can adjust the camera. Okay. So this is what it looks like pre-mixture. And I'm going to shake it now to incorporate everything. And for the most part, you get sort of this milky consistency. I'm not going to tell you what that looks like. You know what that looks like. That's what makes it so much more funny. But that's what it's looking like. And I'm just going to go ahead and open it. It's very florally. I mean, like, I don't really know how to describe it. This is my own personal bottle. I do use everything I create. I would never create something to share with the world and not test it on myself. I test these things for about a week straight and see the results. I write down the results, and I go based off of whether or not there needs to be any sort of changes. This one came out smelling pretty good. Not overly strong, not too mellow either. I'm just going to do this because I have a lot going on. Now, when it comes to things like this specifically, I never like to just wear it like that. And I think that's one of the things that excuse me, I think that's one of the things that makes any sort of like plant magic, glamour magic, magic to enhance you or what you've already got going on. I think that that's one of the things that makes it so great, is that it can go with so many things. And so a scent that I like, that I would actually pair, you could use Versace. I have Versace Bright Crystal. I'm going to test it. Okay. So the Versace on top of the floral is very... This is just a tester, so, I mean, like, you know, but the Versace on top of the floral, it weirdly works. It's not overly pungent. it's very sophisticated. Okay, so this is why I like things like this. So if you take, let's say you were to take this and go on a date, and so you're rubbing a little in those areas that you know your lover likes to smell, but then maybe you've got the Versace, or you've got or like a Burberry or something, intertwined in your hair or on your wrists. It's a mixture of these different sort of unique combinations that's hard to dismiss, but not in an overbearing type of way. Very much in a, I can't get enough. What is that? I need to have my hands on you, and I need to be next to you. And that's kind of what I go for anytime I cultivate stuff like this or build things like this for everyone, because I need for people to understand that there is fun in everything that we can build. I'm just sorry. With the Nine of Cups energy being on here, I need to note that. Also, it is to be noted oh, okay. I apologize. They're stating that this is for the intuitive lover. Oh, pardon me. They're stating that this is for the intuitive lover, which I love so much. So if you use this recipe, have fun with it. Definitely tinker around with what you think is going to work best with your natural scent. More mellow, warm scents work better for me. Floral scents are fine, but not overly fruity floral scents, if that makes sense. So, I mean, with this Nine of Cups here, I couldn't be any more satisfied with what I have come to build here. Like I said, I jot everything down. I wait about a week, and then I write down the results for everything that I've been experiencing within that week. I will be coming out with an ebook soon enough with tons of cute little illustrations and drawings, and what it'll entail is a lot of the things I've seen spiritually, a lot of the things that I've unmasked spiritually, a lot of my recipes for things like this, how you can tweak them, the energy that was associated with this when it was created, my personal findings, placements for these sort of things and how they worked. That'll be a fun little adventure. It'll be a massive adventure. I apologize that nothing I do on this channel is little, but I hope that this gave you some insight into how some practitioners work. This is how I work. I work with 1, 2, 3 deities at one time, whomever, my ancestors, or just a spirit guide who's been with me for a long time. We come up with an idea, and they allow me to remember these things that I may have learned from past lives and past teachings. They pull them to the forefront of my mind. I write down the channeled information. I then sit down and do research, and I work off of that. It's never just one thing. I have many books in this room on herbalism, on plant medicine, Chinese traditional medicine, anything involving herbs, anything involving plants, anything involving life, using life to create life, to enhance life. I have a book on it. So I would like to be able to take that information, everything that I've learned and that I'm continuing to learn, and make it so that you all can experience some of these things as well, especially if you're starting out or practicing and you'd like to figure out your personal style, what works for you and what makes you feel comfortable. But in terms of my video, I think that this is all I've got today. I was really looking forward to filming this the other day, and I just didn't have time. I wasn't feeling too well, and it shows in my content when I really am not feeling too well and I film anyway. So this was the route we chose to take today. First of all, thank you to my guides, to everyone here in the room who helped to create this phenomenal oil that I'll be wearing. I know that I used some colognes, so you're probably thinking it's a spray, but it's supposed to be a roll-on oil. Please do not spray this. Don't get it near your eyes. Don't get it in your mouth. Don't eat it. It's for wearing only. I'm not a doctor. I do not have a PhD. I don't use this for any of that. But yeah, this was so much fun, and this is what I've got. And I hope that everything that was done here can be a part of your life. I hope that you found it fascinating. I hope it's something that you would hope to incorporate into your own practices. I hope I would stop hitting the mic. We're just clearing and cleansing the air here as you all leave. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. I hope you stay safe and prosperous, and that's all I've got for you. Bye!